been quiet. So I started Everett on a loading dose of Summit. Oh gosh, I can't tell you exactly what the days were. But it's been probably about a month and a half or 2 months ago. And he has, basically what's wrong with him is that he has thinning of the cartilage in his coffin joints. And which in turn causes fluid buildup and all the things that Summit is actually made to help with. So he was my real, like, we're going to see if this stuff works candidate. And so I did the loading dose. After one dose, the very first loading dose, or the very first shot of the loading dose that I gave him, about a day later, I went out and rode just in my arena, just a simple exercising day. And I looked at Buck and I said, am I crazy? Or does this horse feel like he feels like he's traveling better? Surely he can't be traveling better after one dose, which Dorian had told me he will feel better after one dose. And Buck said, no, he really actually is traveling better. And I said, okay, well, that's cool. And so after the second dose, I was headed to the vet clinic with some other horses anyway. So I thought, well, I'll just throw them in and we'll kind of see where we're at, see what the the vet has to say. And I got there and we unloaded him and trotted him around on the blacktop. And he's like, well, I'll be gosh dang, he does look pretty darn good. And, we were so used to seeing him being off that I think it kind of threw us all for a loop. And so anyway, I continued through the loading doses. Of course, at this point, we're in quarantine, so I didn't really have anywhere to go. So to put him on a clock and stuff, I just didn't have that knowledge of how he was going to feel yet. So when it came time, we kind of got out of quarantine here in Idaho, and it came time to go to a jackpot. And at this point, he had his loading dose and a maintenance dose. And I thought, well, here goes nothing. And what had been going on with him was that he would go and he would sit down to turn the first barrel and really be committed. And then right at the last minute, when it was that time to really commit and come through the backside of that turn, he would just kind of hollow out his back and go by. And so I thought, and of course I'd been doing some correctional exercises and stuff with him and that kind of stuff, but that in the past never helped. It was a physical thing that he couldn't fully commit to that turn. And so, and he's a big, strong horse. He's probably about 15.3 and all of 1,300 pounds. I mean, he's a big, Marky, can you please not do that, honey? He's a big, strong horse. And when he takes off to the first barrel, you're going, there's no stopping him. And he took off to the first barrel and I thought, well, here goes nothing. We're just going to see. And I'll be gosh danged if that horse did not sit down and turn hard. And, he didn't win the barrel race, but he was 6th out of 132 girls and ran with some big time circuit finals qualifying horses. And, I honestly, after the first barrel, I was so excited. I didn't really care what he did. I made some jockey errors on the second and third, which cost him a little bit of time, but he ran a 17.5 on a standard set. And he hasn't done that in a year.